Dan Reeves led the Cowboys in rushing, was second in scoring, and tied for the league lead in touchdowns. Though not endowed with great speed or size, Reeves is an intelligent runner who uses every ounce of his innate abilities. In pressure games, Reeves would deliver the big plays. Dan was the second leading receiver for Dallas. 8 of his touchdowns came by way of the pass. On many occasions, he was left wide open. This was due to the extensive coverage opponents used to harness Bob Hayes. Against Atlanta, Hayes will draw the Falcon defense to the middle. Reeves will swing into the vacated area. With everyone concerned with Hayes, Reeves can walk across the goal line. Backfield coach Ermal Allen molded a ground attack that lent balance to the passing. Perkins and Reeves' ability to penetrate prolonged gains was due to a big mobile offensive line that ranks second to none.
Reeves, the rookie from South Carolina, takes this hook pass against the St. Louis Cardinals and with a great individual effort announces to the world that he bears the stamp of stardom. Rookie Dan Reeves takes advantage of the goalpost and powers for another Dallas touchdown.
At the 2, a bunch giant defense falls prey to a short, flat pass to Dan Reeves for a touchdown. First down and the handoff to Reeves, a big hole, slips a tackle, and he's in for the touchdown. 37 yards in 4 plays. The payoff, that nice run by Dan Reeves to put the icing on the cake.
3rd and goal on the 2. It's Reeves in there for a touchdown. And the Dallas Cowboys take the lead 10-7. Now with 53 seconds remaining here in the first half, the Cowboys leading 10-7. Don Meredith looking for Dan Reeves on the sidelines. He has clear sailing into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Dallas Cowboys lead 17-7 at halftime.
First and 10 on the Dallas 49 is Meredith, rolling now to his left quickly. As Dan Reeves has sneaked down the right sideline, it is wide open. Reeves to the 15 is going to score for Dallas. 51-yard touchdown pass. Dallas 7, Philadelphia nothing. End zone action of the second goal situation. The trap play as Reeves moves in with his head down and scores for Dallas. 75 yards in 7 plays. Dallas 28, Philadelphia nothing. You've heard a lot about this young man, Dan Reeves. He just scored for the 2nd time today. The way Reeves is playing, it may be tough for Mel Renfro to get back the starting halfback job.
In Texas, they call number 30 Super Sub. He's Dan Reeves, who has taken over for the injured Mel Renfro and currently leads the league in scoring with 48 points. Meredith to Reeves. Dan Reeves fighting his way into the end zone for the touchdown. We'll take a look again in slow motion. The handoff goes to Reeves with Perkins and Norman leading the play. Dan Reeves goes into the end zone to send the Cowboys out in front by a score of 10-7.
Meredith. To Dan Reeves for a touchdown. Tied ball game, 7-7. Second and goal in the 8. To Dan Reeves. For a touchdown, and the leading scorer in the NFL now has chalked up 12 points. To add to the 54 he had at the beginning of the game.
From close range now, in zone action of Meredith. Handing off to the NFL's leading scorer, Reeves. He's up and over and scores for the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas 7, Philadelphia nothing. A 12th touchdown for Dan Reeves, formerly of South Carolina.
Don Meredith. It's Dan Reeves in the flat. And Reeves heads for the goal line. He gets in for the touchdown. A drive of 86 yards in 12 plays for the Cowboys, who are out in front now by a score of 13-7.
Dan Reeves leads the league in touchdowns scored with 14. He's been the major surprise in the Cowboys' rise to prominence. Reeves, the former South Carolina quarterback, runs, passes, and receives. First and 10, Cowboys ball, Cardinal territory. Number 30, Dan Reeves, breaks in the open for a touchdown, 45 yards. We'll repeat that play, and you can watch the safety blitz. Meredith caught the Cardinals in it. And there Reeves goes. The secondary exposed as he goes all the way for a touchdown. A perfect call by Don Meredith. So the fumble recovery has led to the first score. It's the Cowboys 7, the Cardinals nothing. Now it's Jerry Rome's turn. And he pitches out to Reeves, the fine runner of the Cowboys. And he turns in an excellent one as he goes to the outside and goes 67 yards for the score. We'll look at that again from the end zone camera. There's Reeves with the blocker in front of him. Keeps inbounds. And goes all the way for the touchdown. The Cowboys 24, the Redskins 17.
From the 3, Meredith hands the ball to Dan Reeves, and the hole is there.
Go on, Danny. Go on, Danny.
Follow number 73, Ralph Neely, to learn how the Cowboys pried that opening in the defense. Neely drives Willie Davis inside. Number 43, fullback Don Perkins, seals off the other side of the hole with a head-on block on Nitschke. The Cowboys have cut the Packer lead in half.
The halfback pass kept the defense honest on sweeps and scored 4 touchdowns in 1967. Victory and defeat were separated by only 18 seconds. Meredith sent all his receivers to the right side but one. Dan Reeves slipped down the left sideline and, an eternity later, caught the winning touchdown. Don Meredith was healthy again, and the Cowboys produced their best offensive show of the year. Dan Reeves came up with the NFL's best one-game performance by scoring 4 touchdowns.
It looks like Dan Reeves' day in Cleveland as he caps his own drive by making a circus catch for the touchdown. Dallas 14, Cleveland 7 at halftime.
A pitch out goes to Dan Reeves, who careens into the end zone for the touchdown.
Don Meredith, who had been injured, makes an auspicious return to the Dallas lineup. He throws to Dan Reeves for a 60-yard touchdown, which gives the Cowboys an early lead. Meredith finds Dan Reeves about as free as a receiver can be, and Dallas steps away to a 14-0 spread.
Dan Reeves gave Dallas a 14-7 lead that held through the first half. Number 14, Craig Morton, entered for the injured Don Meredith. The results were the same, as Morton found Dan Reeves for the Cowboys' 17th point and a comfortable halftime lead. It's easy to be the Cowboys' leading scorer when you have blocking like this. Number 30, Dan Reeves, agrees. From there, Reeves lofted a halfback option pass to Lance Rensel. The Cowboys had their 9th victory of the year and the much-needed momentum to carry into playoff competition.
In the third quarter, the revived Dallas offense had done everything but score. As the fourth quarter began, that was about to change.
The play was a green left formation, a fire pass, pitch 48 T-pull, halfback pass, and I can remember it was the first play of the fourth quarter.
The Cowboys have it at midfield, facing 2nd and 5. Meredith on a pitch out to Reeves. But this one's going to be a halfback option. Rensel all by himself takes it in for the touchdown, a 50-yard strike as the Packers were caught napping.
When we pitched it out and I was running with the ball, I noticed both the safety and the corner both coming up, which meant that Rensel would be open.
And I will never forget the joy that I felt as I came down on, I think it was Willie Wood, I'm not sure, on simulating the block and seeing peripherally both guys forcing. I'll see that image to the day I die.
And when I threw it, I thought I, had a chance to overthrow it, but the wind was into our face, and thank goodness, it held it up.
And I had to turn around, and I remember the joy turning to fear as I had to try and negotiate a turn to catch the ball over my inside shoulder.
It was been a difficult play, and I don't think the Packers expected it either, for sure, that we would throw a pass like that. And it did. It was a big play. It really put us in a really good position to win the game.
Villanueva's extra point try is good, and with only 8 seconds gone in the final period, the Cowboys have their first lead of the day.
I would have thought it was a lot better game if we had won instead of lost. I would probably rank it as, the best game, but it's definitely one of the top games that I've ever participated in because it was close and, went right down to the wire.
In the Cowboys' first 3 victories of 1968, he had scored at least once in every game. As the 5th game of the season approached, Dallas fans asked the question, could the Cowboys run and win without Dan Reeves?
Versatile Dan Reeves then showed he also has power as he rammed into the end zone for 6 more Dallas points. And Reeves did not seem to tire of scoring touchdowns.
setback Dan Reeves was the most dangerous Cowboy runner inside the 10-yard line. While Reeves was a spot performer, Reeves helped lead the Cowboys to 2 consecutive Eastern Conference championships. He played a vital part in both NFL title games against Green Bay and almost won the 1967 championship by throwing for the Cowboys' lone offensive score.